Welcome to a brand new episode of the Post Game. I'm your host, Davion. I'm joined by Matt
What up?
and Oronde.
What's poppin'?
We are back with a brand new episode of our Let's Talk NFL series. Jumping into a brand new division. Today is the AFC West, pretty sure. Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll start off talking about the Kansas City Chiefs today, but we're this division consists of the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Raiders, and the Broncos. I'm doing pretty good so far because I have not messed up anything. But when it comes to the Kansas City Chiefs, they are the defending Super Bowl champs. They have arguably the best quarterback, not arguably, the
They
best
do have
quarterback
the best.
in the NFL, league MVP. They have one of the smartest, one of the best head coaches in the NFL, one of the best teams defensively we've seen in a little while. And, we have this team here has had a pretty interesting offseason. So I'm going to turn over to Matt. Matt, what's happened with the Kansas City Chiefs this offense or this offseason?
Um, a lot of ups and downs for sure. A lot of controversy has been going on. So obviously you have Rashid Rice, first of all, getting into that speeding incident a couple months ago in Dallas. Then he assaulted a photographer in Dallas, probably around the same time. But I believe those charges were dropped this week. And I think he's back in OTAs for him, which is a good sign. Um, let's see. We have two of their offensive linemen. I don't quite remember their names. I don't think they were that important anyways. But they got caught with marijuana. Um, again, they should be good, but a little crazy. And then we obviously have kicker Harrison Butker talking about the controversial topic regarding women and um, being in the kitchen, I guess, being a stay-at-home wife. Little crazy. Still lot going on there, but
Shout out the small demographic of religious homemakers.
yeah, sure, dude. Um, yeah, but I mean, after that, it's been pretty chill. Um, I
You
mean,
forgot to
yeah.
mention Xavier Worther's call being stolen
Oh my God, yeah, I forgot about
out
that
of his
too.
apartment
Oh,
complex.
out of his apartment complex. He'll be fine though.
He'll be
He'll
all
be
right.
Yeah.
I'm
he'll
sure
be
insurance will cover that.
oh yeah, he'll be good.
Or you can just go
Uh,
buy another one.
he probably
He
will.
ain't got that much money.
Yeah. I mean,
He'll get that money though, probably. Okay.
so we look at the Chiefs. They trade up back. They trade up in the first round with the Bills. They get wide receiver from Texas. We just mentioned his name, Xavier Worthy. They
Hmm.
beef up. They actually beef up their receiving core a little bit this offseason.
Yep,
Um,
they signed Marquise Brown to a 1 year
Marquise
deal.
Brown. Yep.
Um, that was basically it for the receivers. They gave Kelsey a new extension, 2 years, $34 million, making him, I think, the highest paid tight end, yeah, in the NFL. Um, and then on the defensive side, they re-signed Chris Jones to a massive 5 year deal, $158 million, 101 million guaranteed. Jesus Christ. Yeah, and then the other players they signed are just kind of role players, bench pieces. Carson Wentz, why?
Yeah, signed Carson Wentz. They re-signed Clyde Edwards-Helaire as well. They already signed all of their draft picks.
Yeah.
Um,
They lost what's his face though? Cornerback.
Oh,
oh,
yes, they did
Sneed,
lose Sneed in a trade, but I think it was either him or Chris Jones. So,
Mm-hmm.
um,
and they released Marquez Valdez-Scantling too, which is
yeah, but
I think he's going to look at
that's an easy replacement to me, in my opinion. I mean, Marquise Brown's better than him, I think. So, um,
but
yeah,
if you look at their depth chart, Tony or Kadarius Tony is still in fifth or sixth place.
yeah. So he's gonna stay in fifth or sixth place. He's not gonna move up, or they probably will just cut him.
Could he move down though?
Where else is there to move now?
I mean, Justin Ross is probably better than Kadarius
Yeah,
Tony.
you're right. Look,
Kadarius Toney's terrible, by the way.
hopefully we don't have to worry about Mr. Tony this year. For Chiefs fans, I feel horrible.
So sorry, Chiefs fans.
But hey, you got a ring out of it, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's really a lot else to say about this team. They still have Patrick Mahomes. They still have Travis Kelce. I think they'll be fine. They're gonna go try to repeat and get another Super Bowl, start that dynasty if it's already begun or not. Um, yeah.
All right. So let's jump into their schedule breakdown a little bit. They start the season off Thursday night football at
Against
home
Baltimore.
against the Baltimore Ravens.
The lowest ticket price is about $290 for that game.
And
Jesus.
then the following week, or 10
Hold on,
days
hold on,
later,
hold on, hold on. We gotta predict who wins this.
yeah, but hold on, I'm going to build the suspense. The following week, they play Cincinnati back at home. So, I mean, two heavy hitters back to back.
I mean, their schedule is gonna be pretty tough
They have a
anyways.
mild schedule, in my opinion.
There's like a lot. Oh God. There's like a lot of like those top, 5 to 10 teams, and then it's like
Mhm.
bottom tier here
And
as
they have an
well.
early bye this year, too.
Yeah, week 6 bye.
Mhm.
But they have in the
Ugh.
bottom half of as a strength of schedule, which is my favorite metric that we rank seasons, at least in the off season. They have in the bottom 16. So it's not like it's hard, but it's also not like it's real easy either.
I think it starts off very hard. I mean, Baltimore and Bengals at
Those are
Atlanta,
two big ones. Hmm.
at Chargers, and then at home against New Orleans right before the bye week. So first two games, what are we thinking they're going to come out of here?
They're both winnable,
Yeah.
but but I would like to take Cincinnati winning that game
Week
in
two.
Kansas City. Yes, in Kansas
Okay.
City.
Um,
Shut the fuck up, Logan.
honestly, honestly, I'll say I think they lose week one against Baltimore.
Mm,
Baltimore, obviously, they're probably just gonna be looking for some type of revenge, but
yeah,
um, also we kind of know this. Chiefs usually do not start off hot in the
yeah, I
beginning
was
of the
thinking that
season.
too.
So going up against a juggernaut team like this, I think could be pretty, pretty difficult. So I think Baltimore will win week one. I think they do beat the Bengals in week two. Um, just because I don't know, to me, they kind of got a little worse in regards to the receiving core and defense slightly. But they still have Burrow. They don't have Mixon this year, which would be very interesting to see how that goes
They
with
weren't
their
even
run
using them
offense.
though. So
Yeah, they tailed off his production really, so they were thriving without him.
Yeah.
Though he was a great fantasy pickup for my team in the second half of the season. Shout out being the
So
reigning champ.
I think
whatever.
though the Chiefs will start 1-1.
I agree.
Uh, what do
I'd
you,
argue
Davion?
0-2.
0-2?
I
Okay.
mean, I think they started off very slow. They started off very slow last season. They picked it up pretty fast. And I think that early bye week is going to help them find themselves. I think they're going to go into the here. Listen, we all want that crazy prediction. I got one for y'all. I made it last night on this Saints podcast. I think the Saints beat the Kansas City Chiefs week 5.
Wow.
That's
Uh,
my
That's
prediction of the. That's
that's pretty
that's
bold.
intriguing.
Prime
what? Yeah.
time Monday Night Football.
That's
Yeah.
intriguing.
Is it? Oh, geez.
Yeah, okay. I'll
Yeah.
think about
I'm
that.
not
That's
saying I hate it because
I don't
that's
hate
that's
it.
my
it's
bold prediction.
absolutely something I would do if I'm being
Whoa.
honest.
Yeah. So. So that's my prediction this year. The Saints win against Kansas City Chiefs on Monday Night Football. I will be betting some money on that one.
Okay.
But yeah,
All right. So week three, they go into Atlanta and play the Falcons.
They win that.
hmm they win that.
That's also a night game. Um, yeah, they
They're
win
all
that.
prime time for their life.
Yeah, they're gonna have so many prime times. Then they play the
Yeah,
Chargers at SoFi.
they have 5 primetime games.
Chargers, they'll beat the Chargers in SoFi, but that'll be a very close game. Um, yeah. Saints, Monday night. Davion obviously thinks the Saints will win. I do not. I just don't think they are too good this year
You're
to
on your own on
compete,
that one.
especially with the Chiefs. I apologize, Davion, but
No, it's fine.
then we have the bye, and then right off
Hey,
the
let's go.
bye, they get the Super Bowl rematch against the 49ers in San Fran,
In
which
San Fran doesn't matter.
Oh, that's right after the bye. Oh,
so
Out
this
out the bye though, Chiefs are I think 80% winners, 90%.
that's
So
true. Um, but
I'll
against
take the
this
Chiefs.
juggernaut, I'm
I'll
gonna pick
take the Chiefs.
I'm gonna pick the Niners here.
I'm gonna go Chiefs here. They're gonna
I think it's
go. They're 3-3.
even way if I'm being for real, but I will take the reigning champs.
Okay.
Mm, okay, and so next week they play a division rival, the LA, Las Vegas Raiders
In Vegas.
in Vegas.
Do we think they split or sweep?
They'll sweep. It's the Raiders. Come on now.
Raiders. I'm gonna say sweep. I think the Raiders are gonna have more fun with the other two teams in the division, except the Chiefs.
All right, reasonable. I'll go with that.
And then week 9 against the
Tampa
Bucks.
Bay.
Monday night game again.
Winnable for Tampa.
Winnable?
Winnable.
Why is that?
Tampa's my dark horse team to beat super teams for no reason.
Or just to be good? You could say that.
I could also say that, but if I go and outright say that they can rival the Chiefs, I might be ridiculed. But if I say they're a dark horse who can sneak a win, it's a little bit more
Since when did you
digestible
start
for the
caring about
common
being
person.
ridiculed?
You know what? That's a good point. Give me Tampa.
Give me
Oh,
Tampa.
I didn't mean to go
Look,
all off like that.
that's honestly fair. The Bucks could surprise people like they did last year.
And listen,
Baker.
if it's a callback to the viewers, I also took Tampa to beat San Fran. So give me Tampa.
I think I'm still gonna stick with the Chiefs.
I'm thinking with the Chiefs too.
I mean, I like just in general, I think this offense, it'll definitely be better than last year, I believe, but like it won't be like catastrophically insane like we've seen in the past, like with Tyreek.
Mm,
But like Mahomes, like if you consider him having an off year last year, he like really didn't. But like I feel like he'll be better again. So, okay. Week 10 against Denver. That should be a win.
Should be a
at
win.
home.
At home, yep, at Arrowhead.
Then
Yep.
they travel to Buffalo and win.
Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs.
Ooh.
I still don't like Buffalo, so
I'm still right there with you, Oronde. I'm still thinking they're gonna have a pretty down year.
I'll take the Bills.
that's crazy. Well, I can't say it's crazy.
It's
I
not
think it's
crazy.
crazy.
Those are
It's
in the-
reasonable. It's reasonable.
it's
I'm not gonna
reasonable
like it, but it's
because
reasonable.
Josh Allen does better against Mahomes in the regular season. But playoff time, we know what happens. Give me the Bills though. I think they get the sneaky win here. Then they go and play Carolina, so that's a win for the Chiefs.
And
Yeah.
it's here.
Oh, it is. Wow. Hey, y'all should have did some
I'm
thinking
calling
today.
it now. Bryce, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, another 50 running.
Okay. Then they go back to the Raiders, and that's a Friday game, it looks like.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Just
Why
what is
not?
this? Yeah, I
I
think
gotta-
they're adding
I
Friday.
think it's after Thanksgiving.
It's
Is that after Thanksgiving?
yeah, it's the
That's-
Friday game after Thanksgiving, I think.
That's
I
why.
think yeah, I
That'll
think they
do it.
added like 1 or 2 Friday games this year just because ratings.
That's why not.
NFL.
Hey, at the
Um,
end of the day, we get more games. So
right.
Yeah.
Then they go play the Chargers in Arrowhead.
win. If the Chargers don't win,
You know what? I think they split with the Chargers, thinking
think
about
they
it.
split.
I think I think Chargers win in SoFi week 4. Yeah, let me change that. I think they win in SoFi because of just like I said, Chiefs early on usually aren't that impressive.
Yeah.
But in Arrowhead, there's no way. Especially week 14, they'll probably have a winning record and that crowd just gonna be
cold.
insane. And yeah, cold weather game, no way. Then they go and play the Browns in Cleveland. Ooh.
Do we expect Cleveland to be that good this season?
It really depends on if Nick Chubb is going to be healthy this year.
Mm,
That's my only thing.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say moving forward, we should just assume the team is fully healthy.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fair.
I don't think that team is that good though.
I like the team on paper.
I
Cleveland,
don't.
Cleveland
It's
on paper is
it's one of
good.
the few ones where they could really underperform and overperform depending on how you look at their roster.
Yeah.
Is Deshaun Watson going to be able to step up from
I
his
can't wait to
absence, though?
watch Browns games, and I haven't said that since Manziel times.
Because we know
Oh, Johnny
Watson was
football.
terrible last year. In Cleveland, that might be the most boring game they have. Thinking about it, that's just going to be all defense.
This is going to be a
Yeah.
defensive
That's going to be a
showdown.
dogfight for sure.
No pun intended. More pun
Oh yeah,
intended.
no, maybe both.
Give
Um,
me Cleveland.
I'm sticking with the Chiefs.
Just for the hell of it.
I'll give you that.
Because how many losses have we given him so far? Like 3 or 4
So
so far?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses. No, 4, excuse me. I have 4.
They were 11 or yeah, they were 11-6 last season. So I think they'll finish with 10 wins this year and win the division.
10 and division.
So
Okay.
to me, they'll have at least 9 wins by week 15, 9 or 10. And then you
Yeah,
go,
I think. Yeah,
damn, these are some good games in the back half here, actually. Week 16, Arrowhead against Houston. That's going to be crazy to watch. That's a Saturday game also.
Surprisingly, this game is cheaper than the New Orleans game.
Why?
because we're cool. Duh. Come on, what's some respect?
Why?
What's your problem?
This one's going to be close. If people expect Houston to be as good as they think they will be,
AKA myself, I'm taking Houston.
I'll take Houston here
In Arrowhead?
In Arrowhead,
in Arrowhead.
December 21st.
I think personnel, they match up great defensively. D'Amico Ryans, offensively, to me, they're better or as good as the Chiefs offensively. Um, this one could go either way though, for sure. But I'm still sticking with Houston. What about you, Davion? What'd you say?
Yeah, what do you think?
I'm looking at their games before. Chargers, defensively heavy Browns team on the 15th, and then 4 days later, 5 days later, 6 days later,
6.
Houston.
Now,
Another defensive heavy
does
team, and then they got to play
does this
Pittsburgh 4 days
does
later.
yeah does this game really hinder their recovery for the Pitts to be in Pittsburgh
Jesus
4 days
Christ.
later?
I think if anyone gets a win here, it's going to be Pittsburgh.
That's on the that's the Christmas game.
That is the Christmas game.
I think if anyone gets a win here, it's going to be Pittsburgh because they have defense heavy Browns on the 15th, defense heavy 6 days later against the Texans, and then 4 days later, they have the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So they're ultimately going to be going against like
3 of the top
like
defenses.
three of the top, three of the top defenses in the NFL. Damn, that's gonna be tough 3 games for him. Pittsburgh though, in Pittsburgh.
I think okay. Here's my thing. They'll beat Houston. They'll lose to Pittsburgh.
See, I think they lose to Houston but beat Pittsburgh.
I agree too, but I do have to think of that recovery aspect because that is important and players harp on it every season.
Right.
What do you mean?
How okay, does anybody remember what the rating that their health team got for the offseason?
Oh, I think they failed a lot. I think the Chiefs. It was the Chiefs or someone else that failed a lot. But regardless, I think if we're talking about recovery here, 4 days later against Pittsburgh, I think they lose. Because what's Pittsburgh doing? Are they on a break too? Or are they playing like 4 days later too? Or no?
I will check. Give me
it probably
10
be
seconds.
because
Their
unless they make them
schedule.
play on Sunday, right? There's no way.
It's the same. They actually play in Baltimore the game before they host the Chiefs.
Wow. Okay.
Ouch. Oh, that's just this is a bad situation for both teams if we're being
Yeah.
real.
So yeah, I think Chiefs should get
Since
the
that's
slight
more
edge.
even, then give me the Chiefs then.
Yeah, I think so. Again,
But
this
then
might be another to me, this might be another boring one though. Just on how good the defenses are. How good Pittsburgh's defense is,
yeah.
and then comparing it to the Steelers offense, which to me will probably be better, but like not that drastically because I don't know. I just don't really trust Russell Wilson or Fields. But
I think if Fields is playing, he'll probably have a field day with running around the Chiefs defense. They're not the best against running quarterbacks.
true, true.
If
Okay.
Fields runs like a read option all night, play like Army versus Navy real, that'd be funny.
Okay. And then the final game of the season is against the Broncos
They
in
should win it.
Denver. They should win it. They might honestly have bench players in, thinking about it. Yeah, so realistically,
Assuming that they play as Matt's schedule states, they could just be playing bench people.
so I'm giving them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wins. Does that sound
10?
fair?
I said 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what just like we did with the Niners, what is their
Trap
flip
game?
game? Their trap game, yeah.
The
What's
trap game
They have so
could
many. I
be
think their traps are gonna come early.
the trap could be the Bucks.
I'm sticking with the Bucks, but I can also go with Matt's pick of the Buffalo Bills because I think they'll be heavily favored going into that game.
Yeah,
I mean, I think
that could
there's
be the
two
trap
gaps in
game.
their season where there's going to be a lot of traps. I think 15 to 17, the Browns, Texans, and Steelers. I think that they'll lose one of those games. Truthfully, I think they will. And I think the beginning of the season, week 1 to their bye week at week 6, I think they'll go into their bye week 2 and 3.
2 and 3.
Yeah.
That's not bad thinking about that.
Ooh, look at me go. Good at my job. I know.
Well, it's just like the first 2 games are actually going to be toss-ups. Like I genuinely have no idea. Atlanta, that's also a question mark because they have gotten drastically better. Chargers, they should beat the Chargers, but again, that could also be a toss-up because it's a division game.
It's honestly a different team too.
It is a much different team, and then Saints, like no offense, Oronde, but like the Saints are the only team I'm confident that the Chiefs will beat before their bye week.
You mean Davion?
Davion, I am so sorry.
I ain't that crazy. No offense.
Wait, what? That's so messed up.
I'm kidding.
No, I didn't even hear what you said.
Oh,
but
good.
I think the Saints actually has a chance.
Okay.
So do y'all think the Bucks are better than the Saints?
Yes.
Yes, for sure.
Interesting.
We've been over this.
Come on now.
Hey, we're not talking about the Saints today. I'm just gonna get off my soapbox and cry in the corner.
Okay. Anything else?
I don't know. I think their season is gonna be hard. I think they play a lot of teams. I mean, them having to play the AFC North this season is gonna suck. The AFC North is gonna be a really good division all around, defensively, offensively, just complete teams. And I think them having to play the NFC South is gonna be. I think if they're smart, they'll get all of the wins in the AFC South in the NFC South.
Will we? Ooh, okay, I have to process my words for a moment. Will the AFC North or the NFC South be better road teams this year as a division?
AFC North or NFC South?
AFC North will. I think we'll have some fun, our division, but I don't think we'll contend that much.
No, yeah, AFC North. The NFC South is going to be the worst division this year.
Stop it! You want to make a bet on that?
They can win road. Win road games and still be bad.
What are you talking about, Matt?
It's not we're saying that they're going to be amazing.
I think that's crazy.
Also, they won't be the worst division.
We'll talk about this later,
forget the NFC. You forget the NFC least exists.
Bingo. They're gonna be
Yeah,
stinky.
but like
They're the
they,
NFC least for a reason.
I don't know, bro. I like Philly and Dallas
That's
leading our
great. Who are
division
the other two?
over Commanders.
Honestly,
Could be a
to, to
surprise.
and for that,
Giants
I
though,
think I
no.
like the Commanders more than I like Philly and Dallas. Hot
There's
take of
no
the season.
way. But we
Yeah,
no, we're not talking about this right now. We're not
being
talking.
dead serious, by the way.
We're not talking about this right now. No.
Nope.
I'm not going to let Tipsy me get a hold of talking about Dallas right now. So we're just going to move on.
Well, as we begin to wrap up, will Patrick Mahomes have a back-to-back MVP season this year?
I don't think he'll be MVP. Voter fatigue is a thing.
He also
Unfortunately,
he won't be back to back, but no, it, I don't know. Like, I don't think he'll win the MVP this year. The MVP is always impossible to predict.
Yeah,
So we'll just have to see. But honestly, I really do think he will be a lot better than last year, though, for sure. And they'll still
yeah.
make a run.
All right, and so final question: do we think they can do it again?
of course.
Of course.
As long as Mahomes plays 80% of the games, he is a Super Bowl contender.
Yes, every year they should be contenders once
It,
Mahomes
it
is out there.
it's like Brady for real.
Right.
Yeah,
Play most of the season, you're at least in the AFC Championship.
And it's like a boring answer, but it's like it's just the truth. Like we've seen this so many times. I mean, what has he been to four Super Bowls already in
Yep.
7 years? So he's on pace to
He's on
break Brady's record.
he's on pace with the first half, and it's already not looking hot.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like I bold prediction, but like maybe like 5 to 10 years from now, he could have. I honestly could see him with like 5 or 6 rings, but
uh-oh.
that's just me.
I hope he doesn't
Well,
get six.
does
Or
he?
seven.
Does he not? That was gonna be my next question. Does he beat Brady?
I don't think.
He really could though.
Think
He
about it
really
though.
could.
There's one thing. The one thing that made Brady's chase for the ring more, I don't know, significant is his straight up drive for it. Mahomes is out here just having fun, and what stops him from being bored? It's the
Yeah,
same
but
thing.
it's like,
Just to make a comparison, it's kind of the situation with Formula One right now. There's this guy named Max
Oh,
Verstappen who's winning everything, and
newscast.
brother, it's turning into a hobby for him. So yeah,
Yeah.
he can go and win 7 championships like Lewis Hamilton, but will he want to? Is the
Hey,
question.
for
Yes.
me, obviously it's going to be different, but to me he has a better chance just because of how much more talented he is compared to Brady, in my opinion.
hmm
Because like realistically, like people, what you compare him to, like maybe a Aaron Rodgers when it comes to the
So
gunslinging aspect, but it's like he literally can make every throw at any angle at any time. He
so
can do it any time, like everywhere.
so Mahomes is molding into the more talented side versus the more prolific side.
hmm
I
But
think
is he
he
gonna he's gonna merge that together? Is that where we're heading towards?
I think he can merge. To me, he's already the most talented QB we've ever seen. But
You already have him past Rogers.
yes,
Okay.
I mean Rodgers is incredible, but
At
like he's
least
but
at least
Mahomes,
Breeze will keep the most accurate thrower of the football.
right. But Mahomes, the fact that he's done so much so fast
Yeah.
is like insane to me.
And
And like,
it's awesome that we got him into this right situation at the right time
right,
for
like
this.
there's obviously some luck involved. This is probably the most perfect scenario and situation he could have been in. But it's like, to me, if you put him with any other teams, I think he would still, talent wise, he would still be this good, but like he wouldn't be winning as much. That's my thing.
Hmm.
But yeah.
unless he went to the Niners.
Oh yeah. Besides that, but
All right. Let's just wrap this up. I'm gonna get pissed off again today. Well, Chiefs fans, let us know how you feel below in the comments. Let us know what you think about our depiction or not depiction, our opinion of your team. I'm excited to see what you guys have to say. But yeah, I have been your host. Y'all hear me?
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. My series. All right, sorry. Yeah, we appreciate y'all for watching. I've been your host, Davion. It's been Oronde. That's been Matt. It's been the post game. Peace.
Peace.